round, or I shouldn't say round number 2, map number 2 rather. Virtus.pro terrain, kind of their yard, no pun intended.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the map that I think Kinguin couldn't pull off that advantage they had on the T side of Cash. Going into train, I think they're going to struggle a lot. The saving grace for them, they do have the CT side first. But again, I just think the crushing force VP will be able to bring on their T side will be such fast play. I don't think Kinguin will have the setups there to necessarily shut them down.
Yeah, Virtus.pro has a really nice diversity of tactics. They have the Virtus plow just rushing out on guard and have people going all over the place. And then you have a lot of the, also the more slower strats. See, that's a hard word, slow. Wow.
I like how you slowed it down to say that.
It was there. That was what I was doing. That's what I was doing. No, but yeah, they have a great diversity in strategy. I think it's going to be really hard for Kinguin. I think I think they're going to have less than 10 rounds on this map, to be honest with you. They're lucky if they get 10.
Well, they managed to get that 7-1 start.
Yeah, and they start CT now again train. I actually think it's pretty balanced, but if they can get the start on CT and get the economy rolling, it'll be the opposite effect if they don't, because it's a lot harder to get utilities out.
Well, that's the thing. They got that amazing start on the T side. They got 7-1. It was just VP to have to claw back into it, which they did, to be fair to them. They kept their eye on the prize. And Kinguin are actually very disciplined on their buys overall. They were actually allowing themselves to eco. You'd expect a more pug-style team to actually be force buying, trying all the different sort of ideas out, but they were looking to play the long game as well. That's been a problem for VP on this map, but the T side, I think they're going to win the pistol. It's a pretty easy affair on the T side of train. You normally just go up together, one smoke down the lower ramp, go in together, see where you can get the bomb down, but...
Also, train is a map with really fast rotation, so I think here's where communication is also come into play. If you're 1 split second late when you're calling things out and how you call them, it can be over with.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Kinguin manages with that. We know by Michael Ainley's own admission, that can be an issue within the team when they have their set 5. Now they got 2 strangers. Well, one's not so much a stranger. He's the coach.
Oh.
Forrest is a stranger. He's just strange.
Strange
He's just strange. Just knock off the R.
Yeah, well, Legia needs to step up this map. They got so many rounds last time, and there was one player who was almost missing on the server. So if he can find some form this game, hopefully they can potentially close out a map here. It's not impossible after watching that first one, but definitely he needs to see what he can do and get into the mix a little bit more. Like we said, it will be Kinguin starting on the CT side, definitely technically more favoured, but going up against VP, I don't think anyone really fancies their chances of taking the majority of rounds against these guys. They can, like Natu said, they've got such a diverse range of tactics here. The main one they employ that shuts a lot of teams down is the set main rush they have. Going out of the main entrance, Molotov smokes going down at almost every single area. Pasha is normally a point man in that situation, goes out, and like I said, he can be so deadly locating the CTs here, and it's such a difficult thing to do as well. The CTs can hide them almost about 20 different spots out in that area, and he seems to locate them almost every single time. So watch out for him. Pasha is definitely going to be the one kicking off this map. Yeah, this is obviously one Kinguin has to win if they want to stay in this
absolutely
bracket.
Absolutely. Again, it is elimination from the group. There is still the last chance qualifier, the European last chance qualifier that Kinguin, if they were to lose this map, could find themselves in. Virtus.pro, same thing if they were to lose the next 2, but why do it the hard way when you can just get it over with, get into the LAN right away? Now this group. Remember, Navi and TSM are still trying to attempt the same result in this group as well.
Here we go then. We look towards the buy of VP. I'm predicting 4 sets of armor and 1 player on the smoke grenade, and that is going to be Snacks this time. As I said, you would expect him to go towards the inside site, but let's see how this one unfolds to the T side.
Well, you expect them to go to the inside site. Instead, they've gone ladder. They're working into outer. There's 4 players already there. And 4 HP that's left on Legia. Taz on 5 now, but kills going the way of Forrest, and Michael outweigh that of Pasha, so it's a 2-man advantage. Pasha's going to come around though and find Fox. It's looking good with the bomb already down. It's left to a 2 versus 2, and Taz with that 5 HP now has to find himself a way to be useful. Unfortunately, it's not to be, and Snacks, he'll follow immediately after into the grave. That's going to make it 1-0 Team Kinguin, and they do get the opening pistol yet again. Last game they split pistols 1-1. Kinguin starting off strong.
That was Virtus.pro just trying to overwhelm CT. Kinguin's CT side with 1 smoke to the right side of the bomb train and then getting the bomb down instantly. Trying to take over quad and all over the map, but Kinguin able to stay forth and come victorious from that 2-on-2 in the end.
Yep, they had a very passive setup, which worked perfectly for them there. The silent USPs are long range, very formidable, stayed back, saw the smoke coming down, made a couple of entrance kills. So VP now with P250s, haven't forced into the round, so you'd assume they're going to be going for AK's next round, but you can see them setting up 2 smokes here, and we'll be looking to get the bomb down once again.
Well, if they can get a bomb down once again, it would be hugely beneficial for them. The P250 is the only upgrade. Dennis going to rotate to upper. Try and spot where VP is going to head, and he's spotted up at least one, as there is pressure being put on from Pasha. Or rather from Neo, excuse me. Neo's gone down. It's Dennis that finds him, but they are close enough to the train to get that bomb in position. Does it happen? Yes, it was low HP for Snacks. A nade could have prevented it, but it's not to be. Now they'll attempt the retake. They are getting closer and closer, and less opponents in their way of doing it. Pasha's the last alive. He goes down. Fox thought there was still a second one up for a second, but they'll get this defused.
Yeah, you can just notice how Kinguin was scared about a Tech 9 rush coming inside because they're playing so far back. Like, the trade you're giving there is the fact that Virtus is most likely going to get the plant, which they did, which is going to enable for them to get an even better buy for this round than they would have without that bomb.
Yep, that was purely the objective there. Get the bomb down, get a decent buy going into this round. And this is something we haven't seen from them the last couple of days, but Kinguin are more than aware of this. They pick up the AWP onto Forest now. They are going to keep, actually I was going to say keep the P90, but Fox decides to have their last minute upgrade there. So they are going to be ready for this. And what are the T's going to do? Are they going to present that fast, aggressive play we know so well from them?
On the 5 AKs, they are going to head out toward Ivy. Now, last night we talked a lot about this Ivy presence from VP, and Na'Vi did a very good job of shutting it down. The map still went 16-14 in the end of VP, but it was back and forth, and a lot of it had to do with Na'Vi's good defense in this position. See if Kinguin, can take a note from that playbook. So far, though, it is going to be the opening kill to VP. Pasha's the one to pick it up, who's been on fire all evening. 3 kills right now. We're only on round 3, and they've yet to pick up a round. Not a bad performance from him.
Dream round for him so far, getting the first pick, now going into a full-on set piece. It should be a foregone conclusion for them. Playing this round perfectly so far.
And Bialy's still at that Ivy position to try and cause nuisance. As Pasha's going to push down past the trains into hell. Forrest will be spotted if he's unaware, and he is unaware, but Michael Lele bails him out from control room. Nice shot indeed. And now Snacks will join in. He's got to. He needs to come up and support his teammates who are slowly deteriorating as Forrest now with the off is going to pick up 2. Taz gets back into Michael Lele, but there's still a problem on this train. They can't yet go for the bomb plant. As Neo will find Forrest. Dennis gets taken down, takes him down in response, but gives away his position. So Taz, who's on top of the train, needs to make this peak work and does. And Virtus.pro with the early buy, get an early round.
So not as clean as I thought it would be there. After getting that first pick and executing out, getting players onto the outside area, you thought that would be a pretty easy hold for them. But Michael Lele up in heaven there, getting a brutal scout kill. And Forrest as well, holding his position off pretty well. I'm not going to see the kills there, but he got some decent frags. But VP do find themselves on the scoreboard now.
Yeah, what you have to understand is I don't think Forrest would have gotten those 2 kills unless Michael Lele got that one pick from when he was up on CT Tower. So just 1 kill being as impactful as it was.
So you see the CT's now full stack inside onto the lower ramp. Well, the T's going to be ready for this.
Oh, Taz is going to scout that. Spotted 1 so far at least. Nade to go down. That'll do more damage. It won't actually. It bounces in an unfortunate angle for him. So Forrest gets away with it. And they'll fall back, rotating in tandem. 3 players already to CT spawn. They're actually going to go toward the outback. As Pasha's waiting inside this smoke, dodges that flash coming through, manages to dodge his way inside the train and let them all pass by. He only gets the 1 kill. That's all he needs to do because Bialy and Neo found the others. And it's left to just Michael Lele and Force are actually going to follow in the footsteps. Same approach. And same approach, similar results. Maybe they'll get 1. Nope, Pasha's smart enough not to repeat that.
So a pretty easy round for VP there. Full eco from Kinguin. Stacking towards the inside. They were going all in there, hoping for the inside push from VP. Didn't happen. Rotated back through CT spawn. And didn't really make much of the round, to be honest. But now, look at the buy they're presenting to the table this time. Legia and Michael Lele picking up the AWPs. Interesting that Forrest wouldn't be picking up that AWP role, considering that's his secondary kind of position in NIP. But Legia thinks he can step up to the plate. What can he do with this?
And Forrest did actually have it last round. Or rather not last, 2 rounds ago when he managed to get that double toward the end. And then Taz still able to clutch it out. But Legia ends up contributing with it. He finds the first. Now Michael Haley is going to use that second one to good effect on Pasha. Frank's going back and forth in the middle of it until Neo will take Forest and stabilize things.
Pure madness.
Just deathmatch right now.
Yeah, it is. And Michael Haley's found Neo as he was already pre-scoped onto that ladder position. He'll now change it back over to the third alley and watch down toward that main connector. Little does he know, he's getting colder rather than warmer. And in fact, colder still as he runs all the way away from what he's intending to find. Snacks with the bomb, who is now in the outback, just previously vacated. He may be able to sneak in to A. The thing, though, like you said not to, is just the quick rotations. Michael Lilly's in that Z connector. He'll be on top of him before that bomb plant's even finished.
Well, he has got the AWP, so if he was going to plant anywhere, outside would be the favorable decision.
Well, he's going to go for it, using the smoke. That'll help him, and Michael Lilly's not going to take a fast approach at this. He'll wait for Dennis to get in position from ladder, but Snacks still has some room to work with. Molotov now as well on Z. Needs to be careful pushing through the smoke, not to overexpose himself to Dennis. Instead, he's going to use his own smoke before it completely disintegrates to run back down and get into safety of the alleyway. As he comes back out, Michael Lilly hears him coming. Well played. Good coverage. Kinguin taking no chances, and they'll get the defuse.
Well,
balloons.
Could have been a pretty big risk, to be honest. Had Michael Lilly missed that shot, that would round over, but confident in his position there, takes him down, and Kinguin bounced straight back into this. But VP will not be giving up at this juncture. They will getting another bite onto the board. 3-2 in favor of Kinguin, but it's not over yet for them. They do manage to pick up the double up setup once again, but Pasha picking up AWP this time, and Snacks getting out the scout. So we talked about the roles changing recently with MVP, but it seems like Neo maybe not feeling too confident today and actually handing it back over to Pasha.
Big round coming up when it comes to economy for going down further on his half as well. Whoever's going to win this, it's going to be worth a couple more.
Yeah, this is break for both teams. And it's inside push. Dennis shutting it down. Taz drops. Had the bomb. Michael Lele comes over, so you got rid of one op. Well, guess what? There's another one immediately in its place. And that will slow things. Virtus.pro now taking the bomb back to the opposite site.
Look at that.
Giving up on the approach. This is dead right, though. Ligia's position is brilliant. We said he was quiet in the first map. He's got 2 kills in this one of which was with the op. Add it to a third, and that one's high impact. Takes the initial peek. Thought he might go and try and hold that, knowing it was a plant situation, but he doesn't need to. Forrest and Fox will clean up the rest, and Kinguin will add to another round. It's 4.
Yeah, that pinch for Ligia, even if he only got 1 kill, still his positioning at that point situation was basically so that there was no chance for Virtus.pro to win that. Like, no chance at all.
Well, I don't think VP approached the round very well, to be honest. Just running down lower ramp and giving the AWPers 2 pretty simple frags, not even smoking or flashing going into the site. I think they were going for the surprise factor there, but to be honest, it seemed like it was pretty simple kills for the AWP players, and that really did decide the round. We saw Legia having a very smart play there, backstabbing. Could have stopped the bomb as well had he committed a little bit more, but Kinguin do pick up 2 rounds in a row now, and like you said, that's going to force VP onto an eco this time. 4 players heading towards Ivy. They have got P250s in hand, just looking to swarm the CT player on that side of Ivy.
And Legia is that player, which, take with a grain of salt, might be the player you want there after his first map performance, but he stepped it up a little bit so far in this one. As Forrest wants to lurk forward, Neo is in that corner. Forrest has a hint that he might be, so he is being cautious of it, but Legia, he's got to wait it out. He's got 2 this time, so that's a bit of the task, but this pistols will overwhelm him eventually as Bialy, the third one through, gets the kill. Forrest responds. He does find Neo exactly where he anticipated that he was hiding, and now switching to the USP. He'll run back over. Actually, I take that back. Fox stole that kill out from the barrel of his gun, but Kinguin pick up a round again. Now guns come back out.
We talked about Legia having to step up there, managing to get 2 frags. That was all he needed, to be honest. 1 for 1 wouldn't have been good enough, but 2 is absolutely fine. You can see a nice little replay there. Just managed to get 2 pretty simple kills, but they all count. And now we can see Legia picking up the auto sniper. 3 sniper rifles for the CT side, none for the T side. So the auto sniper is actually very viable and trained. You can see this is actually a fast tactic coming up for CT as well.
I love this. I love this auto sniper position. It's like get right back on the first version of Train on CSGO. Just fire away. And he's not stopping. So don't go that alleyway. Let's find an alternate approach onto the bomb site. Dear Betty in the box in my GPS, we need a detour. Tell me where to go. And apparently go would be take right here and head in between the trains. That's where Snacks has gone. Neo's managed to get into hell regardless. He's going to find Fox. Nice shot with the AK. Looking to do damage as well. Legia's down to 15. Bombs planted. VP with a great chance here. If they can get themselves into safety and post-plant, and they're doing more damage. Neo has to take down Legia eventually. Snacks will find Forrest. But somehow Michaelele survives that initial duel. But not to be any longer. Neo's got the accuracy with that AK. Dennis, well, he'll be the menace, but not for long. Or will he? Nice shot on the second one. I don't think he's going to save much more if he gets this shot as well. Okay, this guy's ridiculous. The round's already gone. You can hear the bomb about to expire, but it took 4 members to finally take down Dennis. So costly for VP, who we saw have to save immediately before that. So that's actually pretty crucial.
There you saw Kinguin take a really cautious approach to the fact that Virtus.pro was rushing. They took it really far back. They were playing on back lane, but it ended up costing actually Kinguin. That gave so much ground to Virtus.pro planning a good positioning that after that situation just became unbearable for Kinguin.
Yeah, that's the problem with having 3 sniper rifles. If you try to retake a bomb site with 2 AWPs, although Dennis did very well to get 3 or 4 kills there, he's not going to win you rounds, unfortunately. Now you can see them having the 1 AWP saved, but VP definitely have the advantage going into this round.
Again, this pressure onto Ivy. Legia walks back out into it, trying to spam as well, but unfortunately Bialy beat him to it and therefore took him down to 23. Meanwhile, though, Michaelele's found Snacks. That'll help. And Forrest is going to take that map control as well, getting in toward this main connector after that kill ensued. So he's now got to read the thing as though they're split. So how does Forrest play this? He's going to go all the way out in toward T-spawn. If they fall back, yep, directly into his crosshair. He tapped. Oh my God, what a shot from Pasha. He took his time, Forrest, to make sure he hit every single shot, but the M4, neither of them were head shots, and therefore Pasha, still with a good amount of HP, 37, just obliterated him, and as a result, stays alive long enough to take down Michaelele. How that could have turned the round when we see the effect that Pasha now has. Incredible stuff, and Pasha with a 3rd kill. How amazing would Forrest have taken him down? That would have changed everything.
So we talked about Pasha being a force to be reckoned with on this map, and he just showed you exactly why. Forrest looking like he had a free kill on the screen there, but not managing to make it. 1 AC flick shot from Pasha takes him down. He manages to get 2 more after that, and that's a huge round for them to win as well. You can see Kinguin forced down to a full acre this time. Neo picking up the AWP has stabilized their money for this round at least, but Pasha really is firing on all cylinders now. Huge round from him, and a huge round in the context of the game as well, and he keeps firing as well. Takes down Fox to open up the round.
Shots fired from Pasha onto Forrest. So again, he comes up a little bit short, but significantly more damage with the pistol than with the M4 last time, as Pasha's left on 4 HP. Neo and Snacks will pick up kills. And Dennis all by his lonesome.
Bomb has been planted.
Just trying to find anyone who dare be overcommitted. And they're not going to search in that position this time. 5 men up. Good, efficient round for VP. This will start to build their bank back up, as Snacks was only 400 post-blind in this round and 2350 for 3 players. You know, Taz and Bialy. Don't make the same mistake twice. Remember last time they chased Dennis?
Yeah, but this time he's only equipped with the Desert Eagle. I don't think he's going to be quite a scary prospect as killing him. Taking any money off him at this stage would be great for the P side. I don't think it's going to happen though, but we come to a very important juncture of the game, considering Team Kinguin now won't have an AWP. They've been relying on Michaelele especially to get them opening picks. And they'll be doing 5 rifles this time, only 1 kit. Actually make it 2. And not too much utility to play with as well. So now it kind of is bouncing back in the favor of VP.
And Neo's going to run it in, or they all are. They're heading there quickly. So they head toward ladder. Forrest is also going to be aggressive. He's already below them. So if they throw a misplay here whatsoever, he'll be able to spot it. The flash was not only spotted, but also hit the wall. But his forward position is able to dodge that out. Fired a few bullets, and now they know he's down there, which does limit their movement.
We saw them get on this lower ramp before and get completely shut down by the AWPs. They're not going to be a threat this time. And it looks like the execution on the inside will be coming in now.
There's no Molotovs from Kinguin either. This is a problem here.
Yeah, because now they won't be able to slow down this push on the bottom of the ramp, but Michaelele's going to go through that smoke using his own flash. Does hit them, but can't spot them. And as a result, Bialy picks up 2. Maybe looking for more, as well as that bomb will get planted. Pasha's still waiting at the top of the ladder, so Forrest has pretty much waited the entire round in that same small confined area and hasn't had any ability to move. Pasha's in fact going to chase him to go one further. Luckily, Legia spots that coming, and therefore Forrest is able to get away with not only his gun, but Legia will keep a hold of his for a little bit longer as well. Fox is the next one that will be in threat. He's inside CT, and he's aware of Neo. So one more gun lost for VP, but like you say, crucial round now going to go to Virtus.pro, and guns, they need to be held right now for Team Kinguin.
Yep. Great example of how much harder it is as a CT to haul off a straight-up play like
Oh, that's desperate.
we just saw from Virtus.pro. When you don't have any Molotovs, there's no means for you to really slow them down unless you get a spot-on flash.
Especially if you don't have the anchor of the AWP, at least getting the 1 or 2 frags that are crossing to the bomb site. You're just losing there. You can't have all 5 players there. It's a 5-on-2 situation, essentially. If you don't have the Molotovs to even shut out some of the key areas of that execution, very hard to hold off. It looks like we're going to see that fast mid-play. We see quite a lot, and then Neo will be leading the charge there.
Wow. Gets it totally blind, I think.
Yeah, it's a remarkable shot. And Neo, does he get another? Does. Michael Hele caught with a nade out. Not expecting his presence quite so soon, as Legia will get back. So good to see him stepping up a little bit more in this map. Up to 8 kills on par with the rest of the team.
What is Pasha?
Taz, though, takes down Dennison. All right, Pasha falls into Legia. So bomb might go down, but 2 lives lost in the process. It leaves Neo having to take down Forrest in the last. Legia to go down to Neo again. So
Can we have Pasha's POV from that last round?
I just heard knife stabs coming in.
Yep, he was trying to knife 100 HP Legia.
Okay, interesting. Well, again, Neo really is stepping up this game, along with Pasha as well. But Neo having a very strong night once again. He's looking good for my fantasy team, so thank you very much. And now we can see the CT team. Famus is coming out, no utility player whatsoever, and this is where it will crumble for them. And I predict VP getting the rest of these rounds, to be honest with you.
Neo's going to push through with this op. Waiting for someone to walk into him, and does. Fox. Wrong way to look. Wrong place, wrong time. Forrest getting 2 in response, though. We'll bring it back just a little bit more, but Virtus.pro, oh, Pasha had the right approach, but no idea Michael Lely was so close. Bialy's there for the trade, but stabbed in the back immediately after by Dennis. So bomb recovered in its safe spot back toward T-spawn, and it's a one-on-one heads-up duel, both on 100 HP. Playing for the same bomb site. As Dennis is waiting. Oh, he's definitely heard him coming forward. Dennis just has to bait this out. He's in perfect position for when this plant starts, but does Neo know that he's so close? He may not. So far, the damage is going to go against, but Neo, he does go down immediately after. Recovery shot from Dennis.
Wow, that was a round we thought they had no chance of getting into. Comes down to a one-on-one. Neo making the headshot with the P250 as well, but it's not quite enough. 4 HP remaining on the CT player, but a huge round for them to win. It's not going to knock VP onto an eco yet, but it does help them out. But losing so many kills again, they're going to be on the back foot. Michael Lely has got the AWP this time, though, so there is a silver lining going into this round.
Grouping up inside a main right now, trying to find an entry for VP. They still only have a 1-round lead on the T side, but we saw them have a struggle on the similar side last night. Still close it out. It's going to go back to Forrest, who's been absolutely pivotal and is subbing in for this team this evening, as Bialy will eventually put him down, but not before he gets 2 kills. Neo with the op is looking toward the bomb site. Taz is dropped. So is Bialy. Fox looking to make a case to tie this game. It's left to just Neo, 9 HP, and the op to work with. Bomb is in his hand, so he'll have a chance to place it. But Michael Lele is going to get over to his far left as he gets down toward A3, and Neo still has Fox immediately in front of him, so both angles covered. They should be able to line this up, and Fox, in fact, is just going to have Neo walk immediately into him.
Yeah, we've seen Neo the last couple of days have some huge, close but no cigar clutch moments here, and that could have been another one had he found that kill in the connector. Not meant to be, and Kinguin get their second round on the trot, and we can see the replay here from Forrest. He has been stepping up in these close encounter rounds when they are forced by, essentially, but 2 huge frags there towards main entrance, and looks like Kinguin have the opportunity now to potentially win the half as they go back in with the dual up setup, and it seems like Neo will be on the Force Tech 9 as well.
Taz, headshot at Michael Lely. That gives promise to the entry on inner, but they haven't committed fully to it. They've got 2 players at Ivy as well. Bombs way back at T-spawn, so still just trying to annihilate the defense before they even have to face them, as Dennis will get back. It's Neo that goes down, and Legia is holding the alley again, but Hell given up. A simple smoke allows Snacks to push forward and aim onto Dennis, not even worry about Legia.
Yeah, Snacks is a monster player when he's playing through that quad area. always being a problem for the CTs.
Yeah, walking in. And Pasha was already boosted up, manages to catch him off. He had no idea that he was above. He found the kill immediately before, but it's nullified. 8 HP for Pasha as he's tagged up through the edge of the wall. Snacks, though, on the T side has made his way into control room, and Forrest has no idea that he would be there. Why would he expect that? As Taz going to try and lurk down this alley late again. That's the third player from VP to get in that position in the round that it works. It's 8 rounds for VP. There's our head-to-head. Not bad from Dennis.
Pretty good showing from Kinguin, to be fair. Winning the pistol, getting 7 rounds on the CT half. I think back to the major, I think NIP got 5 rounds against VP. Oh no, sorry, they actually won the half, didn't they? It was 10-5 in their favour. So that was the problem. So it looked like they had a very strong CT start going into the second half. This is where the VP Fortress comes into play, right? So they're so strong on the CT setup. It's very difficult to hold them off. So Kinguin actually doing a pretty decent job, but
especially when they're playing slower, they're really good at Snacks. I believe it is who plays at E-Box. He's very good at it. Like the way how they use utilities and nades, everything. It's just that they preserve them very well. They're not just throwing them for the sake of it. Instead, they just wait till the last moment and they then throw the Molotov at you, and it's making it that much harder for you to make any kind of an attack.
So Dennis and Fox suited up. Forrest on a P250. But Dennis already gone down because he doesn't have head armor. He just had the chest and has his Fox. So both of the armored players not going to be a factor. In fact, this Forrest is the only one known for his pistol rounds to do anything at all, and VP completely just obliterate them on the entry.
I don't even know what analysis I can give you there. Just bloodbath on the outside bomb side, just running out, getting completely owned with the USPs. I think they would have done better just going the simple play, rush inside, let's just make this simple. And they went for the challenging outside bomb side, and you have to be very structured to be able to pull that one off. Neo opening it up there. Fantastic USP shots. And look at this crossfire. They got Snacks, and Neo and Pasha just raining down on them with the USPs there. So great stuff there. And we go into round number 17.
Taz very aggressively playing at inner right now with Snacks. We can see with the shotgun has also got up closer to the ladder. Flash goes over. Snacks hoping someone gets close enough for that shotgun to just simply be one tap, but speaking of, Dennis is going to use his Deagle to take down Bialy. We saw Pasha use this P90 last night. It's a good effect in the second round on their CT side. So far, the same results. Taz going to use his as well, so Legia goes down. These P90s just menacing right now, the offense, of Team Kinguin. Michael Ailey, last alive, has bomb, and there's no one in B, so he could still get a bomb plant out of this if he's quick enough. I don't think he has been. Taz is already here. But what a shot, Michael Ailey. The Deagle absolutely on fire, and now it's down to a one-on-one. Thankfully, Pasha's quick enough to it before Michael Ailey can reset. But that's a pretty impressive eco round, excuse me.
Yeah, getting those 2 Deagle headshots as, to finish it off as well. That could have been dangerous for VP. Let's just take a quick look at that. Jumping as well, I think. Taz is in the air. Bang.
Boom.
See ya.
Catch you later.
Yeah, so he gets the second kill as well. Wasn't meant to be for the final frag, but still
out of ammo as well. He actually did look the right direction. He just didn't have the ammo left. Could have been beautiful. Taz is now going to push forward another P90, and this just means he can keep going, not stop, of course. Almost takes shoots at Bialy as he's so into the moment. And speaking of, Bialy will close it out. Now 11 for VP. But the thing is, we are going into the gun round. And they had to rebuy all those SMGs. Luckily, they got enough kills with them that they'll be able to upgrade as needed.
They've got the 2 P90s still, and these are such scary weapons, especially on maps like Train. Pushing Ivy, for example, with 1 flashbang, or even going up the lower ramp. As we know, Taz can do so deadly. It will be a very interesting round to see what VP bring to the table here. Expect an explosive one, nonetheless.
Off to slow down the main push. Bialy into the ladder, losing a lot of damage, so he needs to be careful because he's in the open on the retreat. They chase him down as a result, and Forrest, correctly so, will get that kill, but it allows Pasha to push up in through quad in the meantime. In fact, he'll slide out a little bit confused right now, thinking there was going to be an enemy there, but Snacks has already killed Dennis. It's left to Forrest, who gets flashed up and tries to spray, despite not having vision. And a blind man with a gun. Unfortunately not able to get it done. His senses not heightened enough otherwise. Michael Ailey, meanwhile, though, again doing damage late in the round. It's still not going to matter. Virtus.pro will take the first gun.
Yeah, Virtus.pro is just so good at playing aggressive on CT, on guard, making it that hard. Bialy and Pop just taking those initial picks, and then Snacks on the bros, making sure there's no entrance from teammate either. So it is a hard task to try and get rounds on Virtus.pro on train side.
Now it's 12-7, another eco once again. No force buy here from Kinguin. You actually see one set of armor for Fox, and it seems like all players will be going towards the inside side. Maybe an outside fake with a smoke there. We see one player lurking around, but this should be a pretty simple cleanup for the CTs as they show some pushing towards Idol.
Pasha's going to take down Forest. Snacks just making sure no one's going to get in through A main easily, but that's not the problem right now. The problem is the inner bomb site, and Neo, he's there. He's taking down Legia on the first shot, puts himself in the open, and Neo is just looking incredible tonight.
Absolutely. He really is been playing out of his mind the last 2 days as well. So fantastic stuff from him, and it pushes him ever closer to match point actually here. We'll be going to 2-0, but Kinguin do react now. Michael Ellie and Dennis picking up the AWPs. We saw them do this yesterday as well. They'd like to do a double up setup on the T side. Pretty unorthodox, but it can work in these sort of scenarios, just trying to get the picks and then hopefully utilizing your individual skill to get you rounds that way.
Michael flashed, but not blinded at Ivy. But he's solo. They'll battle one-on-one with Bialy. The rest of the action will be in the center of the site. Quad, Hell, both occupied right now by counter-terrorists, Snacks and Pasha. Taz pushed up, though, from inner, as we can see. Does give a bit more information, a bit more confidence. Playing this far forward means that even if they want to rotate over, they'll have time on Taz's call to get a support system in place. And Neo would be that support. He's inside Z connector. Taz is going to fall off this after getting the first kill. Smart play, not give away too much as Legia does respond, but there's Pasha with two. Bialy, patience is a virtue, finds Michael Ele and an AWP. Thank you very much for the next round, as Dennis is the last alive. Last time he had an op, killed 3 before the 4th got him. We'll see if VP can be more effective this time.
He has got the bomb as well. Just going to be lying in wait. But I don't think he's going to have the same success here. Very passive play from VP.
Spotted already. Run further. Wants to maybe get this bomb down now because he is committing deep enough into this site, but Taz was there. Started the round aggressively on B, stays there, and it pays off. Good round by Taz, good round by VP.
That was a good investment of double ops and get just one kill all overall, whole round. I don't think it was even the op that got the kill.
I think it's normally, when you get to this stage of the game, it's like you run out of ideas. How can we possibly get a round off VP? And you can see, look at Bialy, that patience he had inside, he's staying behind that box the whole time and picking up the frag onto one of the AWPers there. But you can see Neo now, he'll be going inside with the AWP. We see him do this quite a lot, and he normally makes a frag out of it as well.
This is where Taz was last time. In fact, Taz is going to run by him now that Neo hasn't spotted. Very low HP for Pasha, but again, he's reminding me more and more of Snacks in this rifle roll. His ability to push through undetected, and Taz almost kills him. He's so undetected. As Forrest comes out, and thank you very much for the confusion, he'll take both of them. Bomb's gone down. This isn't over, or at least going to go to match point quite so soon, as it is a 1 versus 3 for Neo. He's found one. It was 1 versus 4. Nade's now going to do more damage. He sees Michael Ele on that ladder, but does he see him in control? Legia, nice shot by the AK.
Yeah, that was a Legia's round. He just pushed straight up. He went through the smokes into CT Link, got an easy kill from behind, and another one up from up the CT Tower. That fast pace seemed to really work out. It felt like Virtus.pro actually got off guard really badly there on that round.
Yeah, we saw the team kill almost coming in from Taz to Pasha there as well. So a little bit of confusion, but still they're in a very strong position, and the T's looking to go a little bit faster this time perhaps.
Well, it's Taz that again will be in that position. They've got the player in Snacks underneath the ladder. Does he go immediately? Bomb's above it if he gets that information at least, but Legia was waiting as he tried to throw himself into a quick rotation position, but Neo's waiting, and he'll find Forrest. It's back at outer, though, so they've changed the pace and changed the direction. Bialy, as a result, will get another kill on Michael Ele, and it's turned back in favor of Virtus.pro. Smoke's already off on the lower ramp side, but that doesn't mean that Taz will be blocked out by it. He's on top of the site. We saw him from this place last time, and it's a double kill again. Bomb's not able to be planted because Legia had to get off that just to be able to save his own life. It does eventually go down, but it will now be match point.
Yep.
Taz is so good inside.
That's what I was literally about to say. Taz, he can play every sort of methodology there, like pushing up aggressively, falling back, playing passively, seems to find 2 kills every single time. And the good thing about him as well, he always gets a kill before he goes back, and then normally if he does get a kill, he'll stay alive as well. It's very difficult to play against, and he really does define how you should play that side. So fantastic stuff from him, pushing them ever closer now, and they're on to the series point here as we move on.
Back at our head-to-head throughout the evening because we are on the potential last round of our first series. 13 kills versus 14. Not too bad. Slightly more deaths for Dennis. Unsurprising considering the scoreline. Headshot percentage was heftily in the favor of the alley, though. Good shot by Snacks to open things off onto Legia, but Neo's looking for more with the op. Gets it as well. As Michael shows himself too soon, and I'm afraid it's all but done. Nip Magic not going to be able to do it quite in the same fashion as it had dealt against them from TSM last night.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right there. Although it was an interesting game, it wasn't a complete run over. Getting 7 rounds in the first half, pretty decent from them, but it wasn't going to be enough, unfortunately. The CT side from VP just too hard to penetrate, I'm afraid.
Yeah, and when you only get 7 rounds on CT side as well, you need to work with around 10. Especially when you're playing as a mix, you hope to get that 10 mark or so. Then maybe win the pistol round in the second half and then work with that, but it didn't happen. Like I said, they're not going to be looking at 10 rounds at the end of train, which they didn't. It was like, what, 8-16, so.
Yeah,
it was definitely quite easy to predict that would happen.
Yeah, well, and same thing as last night. Like you said, it was 10-5 for Navi at half, and then VP's CT was just ridiculous. I initially was impressed with their T side. Now it's their CT that looks to be the better of the two, hands down.
Yep, absolutely. I don't know how you're going to beat them. Taz especially, we highlighted him, but Neo playing out of his mind the last couple of days. Like, what can you do to shut that down when someone really is just hitting every single shot presented in front of them?
Well,
Yeah.
we'll look at the scoreboard here in a second as well. But
I think it was past 60 frags throughout that series as well, 2 maps.
yeah, well, there it is. Neo lights out. Only 5 headshots, but that's mostly because he was using the op so much. 27 kills overall. Pasha, 21. Not too bad at all. Taz, 21 as well. Snacks and Bialy.
It's your 2 boys.
I'm really glad I picked them this evening. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to tweet them and call them out on it. No, it's not their fault. Fox this time also lagging behind a little bit for Team Kinguin.
He was
whereas
top fragging
Legia
last.
stepped up. Yeah, they've swapped roles, although Legia not quite top. First kills, all the VP. The heat map's going to be interesting on this one as well. Just it's not going to have that much information for Kinguin, but it'll show off exactly what's going on. As Kinguin, yeah, there you go. Just a few scarce kills on that terrorist side.
They only got 1 round on their T side, I think, so going into that second half, they're not going to find many frags.
Look at the end of Ivy, though, because we highlight VP and how well they play that section of the map, and a lot of people were speculating that I talked to when this new iteration of Train came in, if that was still going to be relevant. Well, clearly it is.
Yeah, seem to be getting a lot of their frags in that situation. Look how highly it is. Both sides as well lit up pretty brightly for them, even on the backtrack as well, going towards that area and taking down CTs there. So pretty cool analysis to see where the teams differ. You can see Kinguin not even making any frags toward that area. So they're obviously playing a very set and predictable game, perhaps. Outside smokes, going out, seeing what they can do. The only frags being made in the key areas, really. So inside as well, not really utilised them by whatsoever. I think it's, judging by that, it's 3 kills total in the inside area. So that really does paint quite an interesting picture for you.
Yeah, that really does. Those are massively different comparisons. We'll look at the MVP for the evening, or at least for the second map, as it is Neo again.
Surprise,
so I guess for
surprise.
the evening is correct.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, he was phenomenal throughout both maps. Like I said, I think was close to hitting 60 frags throughout 2 maps, and you don't see that too often, do you? So, I mean, just doing everything on both sides on both maps. The Kinguin just had no answer. Simple.
Yep, I think that's fair.
Well, we're 100% correct. Twitch chat, us 3, all of us said 2-0. We get the 2-0. VP will live to fight on in the group. Kinguin, they'll have another chance in the last chance qualifier coming up after the group stages are completed. Now, VP's opponent, not clear-cut yet because we've got Navi versus TSM in the upper bracket coming up next. Thoughts on that before we take a break?
That's going to be a great game. I think Navi are looking bounce back from some troubled form recently, and we only saw TSM play with a stand-in as well, so difficult to predict. I do still give TSM the upper hand, but it's definitely going to be a 3-mapper and a tantalizing series nonetheless.
Yeah, TSM definitely played pretty well at the major, but at the same time, they've not been super impressive throughout the past a month or so. Also, I think they've struggled more on their online matches recently, actually. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a 3-mapper.
Well, they do have Kerrigan back this evening, which could make a bit more of a difference for TSM. You guys think 3 maps? We'll see if it's going to go that way. That match starts at 2100 CEST. So what's that, an hour from now, I guess, hour and 15 minutes from now. So we'll be back then. Go get a snack, get whatever you need, and join us. It's going to be a great series. We'll see you then. Has a hint that he might beat. So he is being cautious of it, but Legia, he's got to wait it out. He's got 2 this time. Dennis, well, he'll be the menace, but not for long. Or will he? Nice shot on the second on the ramp. But Mike Lilly's going to go through that smoke using his own flash. Does hit them, but can't spot them. And as a result, Bialy picks up 2.
Forrest, he has been stepping up in these close encounter rounds when they are forced by essentially that 2 huge frags there. Opening up there. Fantastic USB shots. And look at this crossfire. They got snacks, and Neo and Basher raining down on the USBs there. So jumping as well, I think. Taz in the air. Bang.
Boom.
See ya.
Catch you later.
Yeah, so he gets the second kill as well. Wasn't meant to be the final frag.
Blind man with a gun. Unfortunately not able to get it done. His senses.
When you get to this stage of the game, it's like you run out of ideas. How can we possibly get around off VP? You can see, look at Bialy. That take